Hey, what's up, Wrong? How's it going, man? See my DM. Um, which one? The videos? Oh no, okay, not the no, not the ones today yet.
属性に帰着するなど高望みなこと。我は自然と共にある方が落ち着く。
Oh, that is a very it sounds like a very new thing, man.
聖堂に戻り、己が身を
Okay,
守
that
る。
sounds very, very new. I have a bunch of enemies that require. Oh my god. Wrong. I haven't even thought of that yet, and now that you mention that, it sounds like phlogiston all over again. And no, not phlogiston. Fighting spirit. No, what is Natlin's thing? Night soul. Yeah, it sounds like a night soul thing all over again. Hey, what's up, Ali? How's it going, man? Hope you read in a venti voice. I don't think. No, I can't do a venti voice. Remember, Venti's English VA is a woman. Night soul aligned to Tox. Yeah. Uh, I'm already cringing at the thought of it. I'm already cringing at the thought of it. Venti VA is a man? His name was what?
属性に帰着するなど高望みなこと。我は自然と共にある方が落ち着く。聖堂に戻り、己が身を守るのだ。
Oh no, it was a female. Wait, you're being serious or are you trolling? Erica. Erica Harlicker? Harlicher? I don't know how to read her name. It's a woman, dude.
属性に帰着するなど高望みなこと。我は自然と共にある方が落ち着く。
Japanese audio is male?
大きな木の上に腰掛けて 行動するんだ、旅人よ。失われた詩篇が僕たちを待っている。
Okay, that definitely sounds like a dude, but just barely. Hey, what's up, Stella? How's it going, man?
せっかくだし飛んでみない？ 聖堂に戻り、小野神を守るのだ。
Intense typing. Is it that clear? No, I was just messaging somebody. Venti is sus. Very loud, really. Huh. I did notice that my audio, my sound, like in OBS, like the bar goes a little bit further into the red now. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot to mention. I finally upgraded to Windows 11 last night. I spent quite a bit of time waiting for it to finish, and then quite a bit of time trying to like dial down my settings, like make sure like nothing was gonna interfere with work or whatever.
我は自然と共にある方が落ち着く。
So excited for Citlali, already pre-farmed, dude. I don't even. I'm not even. No, I'm confident. I'm even confident that I'm not gonna get her, but I still pre-farmed for her anyway. I mean, because like those materials aren't gonna go to waste, right? I'm still gonna get her regardless, right? Whether I get her this rerun or the next rerun. The only materials that I've wasted so far was like this was like 2 or 3 years ago. I pre-farmed for Ayaka for an Ayaka rerun, but I lost 50-50 on my second and third accounts, and I couldn't get her. And now that Ayaka's just faded into irrelevance, well, that's my materials are still there, but yeah. Um, I don't mind pre-farming for characters even if I'm confident that I'm not gonna get them, because I like it because it's just a nice change of pace. It's just a nice change of pace. It keeps the game not boring for me, right? Because like what else am I supposed to do? I'm just gonna farm artifacts forever. I've done that 1,000 times already. I actually enjoy pre-farming.
この燃え上がる炎で少しはまともになってきた。闇来たる破滅の時なる。
Okay, whatever. I'm gonna have to use my burst then. just hope I win. Only reason why pre-farming is slightly annoying is because I'm still in desperate need of emblem pieces. Who was it again for? Raiden and Xiangling, right? You know, honestly, at this point, I don't think you should be as anxious to get usable emblem pieces. Because so while Raiden and Xiangling and National in general, right? But then in National, it's really only Raiden and Xiangling that want emblem pieces. They aren't as relevant. They aren't as meta relevant now as they used to be. Like maybe I don't remember, by the way. Is your Raiden C2? Yeah, I don't remember. If you're Raiden C2, then I guess so. But like even at C2, she's still just barely a good character in 2025. C2 R1. Oh, okay. Well, at least like yeah, she's still like end game. Like when I say good, I mean I'm talking about like good for end game. I'm not talking about just okay. I thought Child Arle was manipulating blood. Child Arle? Oh, it was more like some kind of curse or something. I don't think it's been explained exactly what's happening to Arlecchino, right? Has it been explained? RNC2 break shields? No, it ignores defense. My Xiangling is just 2-piece Glad, 2-piece Crimson. Works fine for me. Yeah. I mean, like, obviously, it's between... So, the set you got on her now, the 2-piece, that is like day one Genshin kind of artifact set. And now there is a big difference between that and 4-piece emblem. But it's not... Because Xiangling isn't at the top of the meta anymore. Like, it's not as big of a difference. Oh, no, I mean, it is still the same number, right? Like, the difference in numbers, if you total the numbers, is still the same. But, like, it doesn't feel as big. I know Hu Tao is bad and all by now, but mine is still hitting, not hitting 100k CA like yours. That's probably the elegy, man. I remember, I have elegy. Elegy helps out so much with Hu Tao. And most of the time, I'm running so Zelonin, double Hydro, so it gives me more HP. And remember, I got Homa, C1, R1. Yeah. If you really want her to hit like 100k like super quick, go Shimenawa. Go Shimenawa, man. I mean, you're already farming the emblem domain. Yeah, try her out on Shimenawa. I've tried Zelonin. It was only. Oh yeah, no. I remember back then before Zelonin, like when I used to still run, Hu Tao with Zhongli all the time. Before Zelonin, I used to only be able to get over 100k. Like when I have cards, like Abyss cards, the cards that give me like I believe there were some EM ones, and especially the charged attack one, the normal and charged attack card. I could only get to 100k if I had those cards. Back then with Zhongli. Yeah, I'm only hitting 100k now because the Zelonin. How to build Citlali low budget Citlali. Okay, low budget Citlali. Let me see. Can I remember where I put that thing? Here you go. This I don't know. This is questionable. Honestly I don't know. I think you might be way better off going sack frag. I'm pretty sure sack frag you're gonna be way better off with sack frag. And if you're just super lacking on energy recharge, then Fav Codex. Fab Codex would be nice. But if you're not short on energy recharge, right? So just go like energy. Yeah. If you're not short on energy recharge, like maybe try to reach like maybe around 200. Like do your best to get to 200 energy recharge, and then once you can get to 100 to 200 energy recharge, I think anything above that is gonna be awesome. It's not gonna be always necessary, but it's gonna be much better, right? 200, 220, higher would be better, but 200 to 220. And then ideally you want to have EM, and Citlali's personal damage, like her multipliers, are high enough that if you are able to get her a reasonable crit ratio, then sure, why not? It's right. Like use her skill and her burst. But if you can't, like they're also not high enough to. They're also not high enough that you're gonna lose out on so much damage per rotation if you don't build her to do damage. Right, like look at mine. Right, like I merely focus on just getting like elemental mastery. I honestly, like look at this level 0 circlet because I don't have any other Millilith sets. I'm gonna put my Citlali if I get her anyway. I'm gonna put my Citlali on Millilith because most of the time I'm probably almost always gonna be running Citlali with Mavuika. And if I'm using Mavuika, then I'll most likely be using Zelonin as well. So my Zelonin already has what's it called? Cinder City. And it's really hard to hit your energy recharge, your ER requirements. If I wish I could have just gone where is it? Instructor. I wish I could have just gone instructor, but it's so much harder to reach your energy recharge requirements with a 4-piece artifact set. That's why I went with Millilith instead. Hey, what's up, Luap? How's it going, man? I'd recommend Stack to non-Sig owners because she won't need her burst to stack her Night Soul. Question, by the way, wrong. How does her Night Soul build up? Like, when you use your skill, is that like instant boom, Night Soul? Or is it like you press your skill and it has to hit an enemy, it has to do damage, and then you get Night Soul point or Night Soul points? Or is it like a gradual thing? Like, does it just like slowly like tick upwards? Like, how does it work? Scroll. Repeat after me, RJ. No, I'm not repeating after that. Cinder City. That's it. That's Cinder City. That's it. That's the name of the artifact set. The rest of the words in that artifact set don't exist. They've already made artifact descriptions long. I refuse to accept that artifact names are also getting longer. Cinder City is the support-ish artifact set from Natlan. 210 ER, no EM. I can't work without a shield. Does anyone know anything on data analytics? I'm learning course and chat. I might be cooked. Data. I mean, like the term data analytics is so broad, right? The word data, like could be data about anything, and analytics, like analyzing data. What kind of data are you analyzing? It's so broad. Hey, what's up, Rayan? Good to see you, man. Already farming artifacts. Jeez. We've seen, dude, Siri. We've seen her in one video. Well, at least one official video. And one picture. And you're like, oh, I'm farming. With my dumb, don't know anything about data analytics. How are you doing, RJ and Lee? The rest of the what? The guys, I'm assuming. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Thanks for asking, man. Hope you're doing well as well. I hope you're doing good as well. Dendro, that's all I need to know. I mean, I feel like it's important. It would be important to know what her boss is, so that you'd at least know like which boss to farm. Well, he just needs to cast the abilities. Skill gives some points. Ult gives more. Points tick down. You need more than a certain amount. Where's Papa to apply Cromwell? So, how much is the certain amount? Like, how much does her skill give? And how much does her burst give? And how much does she need for the AoE off-field cryo? Should I go for Citlali? I heard she's crazy good for Mavuika. She is, but like Mavuika isn't unusable without her. Like what I think the most important role that Citlali does for Mavuika is that she makes it so that Mavuika doesn't overlap supports with other DPSs. In my case, so I have a couple of team archetypes on my account, right? So I have I have my premium Nuvilla team, right? So that team does overlap with one support with Mavuika, like that. My Nuvilla premium team wants Zilonen, right? So sometimes when I have to put Zilonen in with Mavuika and I have to run that team, I sub in Zhongli for Zilonen. Sometimes I sub in like another character, like a cryo character or whatever. As long as I can get like at least 2 different hydro elemental reactions, that's fine, right? But like ideally it's Zilonen. If not, Zhongli is like my second choice. So but another one too is, so if you don't have Citlali, then the only other choices that you have for Melt Mavuika are Rosaria, but Rosaria is like really finicky. Like it's really hard to time it right. Like you have to time it right. Otherwise, like you'll just end up melting a bunch on Rosaria instead of Mavuika. It isn't super hard to melt Mavuika's initial burst hit, but the rest of your hits, your charged attacks, you have to really like time it right. Like you have to dial in like the timing and stuff. So Citlali's AoE is also much bigger. And I believe Citlali's AoE is around her. Like it's not like Ganyu burst, like where the AoE is around where you activated the burst. I believe Citlali's AoE is like around her, so it actually follows you around. Yeah. So if you don't have and if you feel like Rosaria and having to time it right, like for the melts to line up properly, if you feel like that's too annoying, then you're gonna have to go with like Vape Mavuika. Alright, gonna have to go with Vape Mavuika. Vape Mavuika, you're likely gonna be running. So ideally, so Xingqiu is fine. It's just that Xingqiu doesn't do much for your damage other than allowing you to vape. And of course, there's also like the little bit of personal damage that he does. But ideally, you'd want Yelan or Farina. Farina, again, overlaps with a lot of is a support that overlaps with a lot of DPSs, like Hu Tao, potentially Arlecchino. Arlecchino also overlaps with Yelan. Right, like there's a lot of overlap, and of course like Citlali allowing melt, and of course like the melt buff that she does and the red shred, that makes for a much bigger, like especially the initial burst hit. But other than that, I think one of the biggest things that Citlali does for your Mavuika that's one less character that your DPSs are gonna be fighting over. Hey, what's up, Nash? How's it going, man? I sent two chats. Already number one, lol. Genshin is getting boring this update. I mean, like it is. So Siri, it's understandable because remember, it's a point 0.8 update. It's the update right before a big one, not the big one, but a big one, right? It's the update right before 0.0. When will this game get easy? Ayush, it's if you're a new player, it's not easy, but it's yeah. Trust us, not me, right? Like not just oh god, not just me, but like trust us, trust everyone here. The game gets boring once you hit endgame, because there isn't really much for you to do. Like in endgame, you literally just log in every day. Oops, that is not a press. Well, she died again. Skirk at 600 HP again. I don't think I needed that burst. I'm doing the Chasmic Maze. I hate the Geo monsters. Sorry, what is Chasmic Maze? Ayush, are you talking about the chasm? Yeah, are you talking about the chasm? This place? Like underground chasm? This place? If yes, what Geo monsters are you talking about? Oh yeah. Okay, Natlin. Vape's more consistent. That is true. Vape is definitely more consistent, and even with Citlali, it's still not a guarantee that you're gonna melt every meltable hit. It's still like the likely, especially if you just spam charged attack on Mavuika, right? Like you don't do like the whole like optimized attack pattern thing that theory crafters and like whales and speedrunners do. Like it's still very likely that your Citlali is gonna be the one melting instead of Mavuika. How's the new event? I haven't done it yet, Stella. Mona Vape's really short though. On Mona Vape, dude, don't even expect like don't. If I were to go Mona Vape, Mavuika, I wouldn't even expect like a single one of my charged attacks to vape. Like maybe one, I'll probably be like, okay, well, hey, I vaped one charged attack, but and then the rest of it's like, okay, I saw this coming. But at the very least, though, your initial burst hit is gonna be huge. Why is Yelan's thing? What? It doesn't get hit when it does that? Its 3D model was still there. Oh god. Okay, whatever. This is cringe. I'm not fighting that thing when it starts doing that attack. Okay, hang on. Wrong. God. You know, I understand that YouTube seems to have been working. It seems to have been recently working on like making streaming on YouTube a little better than it used to. But man, is it gonna be so helpful when you could just like so Twitch has this already, has had this like since forever, I believe. Where you could just click on somebody's name and then just look at every single message that they've sent into like in one of your streams. Like YouTube just doesn't have that yet. I wish YouTube would just implement that already. It's probably a lot of data that they'd have to like manage and store all over again, but I mean it's nothing that YouTube and Google in general hasn't done ever. So I remember seeing that message earlier where you said how much. Oh, there it is. Okay. 24 on cast burst hits enemies will generate 3 extra points per enemy hit. Every natural burst. Every night soul burst just gives any any reaction. I don't think it's a night soul burst has to be any reaction, man. I think from what I understand, a night soul burst is just anyone on your team does elemental damage if there is at least one Natlan character on the team. That's what I understand about night soul burst. 4 points, freeze or melt will give 60 energy. Freeze and melt. Once every 8 seconds. And so how much do you need to get the off-field cryo AoE? I saw someone using one piece of different artifact on their Mavuika. Person at 60. Sorry, using one piece of different artifact on their Mavuika. What does that mean, Wayne? One piece of... Because like everyone, like nobody cares about having like 5-piece artifact sets. We only need 4-piece artifact sets. So is that what you're talking about? Like one off piece? Don't need to see my message. My message usually not about Genshin. Okay. I mean, dude, just because it's not about Genshin doesn't mean it's, you know, it's not. Just doesn't mean that we should be ignoring it, right? Need 50. So, well, okay. Technically, you are also doing all the other stuff to you, like melting, Night Soul Burst. Okay, so yeah, 2 E's. Sure. Okay. That's... Dude, it's starting to sound like sack frag is the way, man. Hey, what's up, Bozan? How's it going, man? LDR, EQ, because that's all you care about. Ideally, hit an enemy with Q, but negligible. Or EE with sack. Yep. Sounds like sack frag is definitely going to be the way. No set bonus. They don't have a set. Oh, like every single artifact set was different. One off piece of different artifacts. I mean, yeah, that sounds like a normal thing that everyone does, Wayne. Like, Nobody cares about having 5-piece artifact sets. It just doesn't do anything. Like as long as you have the 4-piece set, then you got the 4-piece effect. You don't gain anything from getting 5 pieces from having 5 pieces of an artifact set. Fine. What about you? Pretty good, man. Pretty good. Pretty excited, but at the same time not looking forward to a Citlali rerun. I just spent all my primos, and I don't have any more. Citlali Q has higher multipliers than Raiden and Zhongli. Oh my god, really? Wait, how do you know? Like, how do you even compare that? Because remember, Citlali scales off of EM. What a... Jeez. You're already doing this kind of attack where I can't actually fight. Like, I'm just... Okay, well, whatever. No energy. Well, I'm just gonna vape this at least. There. Done. You could do 300k, 300 to 500k if built crit wise. Yeah, that's what I heard. That she, I mean, like that's a big number, but it's one number, right? I mean, I'm not saying that it, you know, I'm not saying that you shouldn't try to build her to do damage, but it's like it's 300k or 500k with throughout your entire rotation. Right. I'm not saying you shouldn't try, but if you're gonna sacrifice ER, for damage on Citlali, well, I think you could. Yeah, I think you could. Like, okay, especially so as Rong and I have been talking about the last couple of minutes, especially if you have sac frag, then it really doesn't matter if you are able to burst every rotation. Because you could just E twice, and like you instantly are able to, like you're instantly able to do, get her to do her off-field Aoi cryo. Oh, by the way, wrong. Like, have you so you don't have Citlali, right? Okay, so you haven't been able to test this out. Have you seen people, like, have you seen people do this before? Where, like, sac frag, no burst, and then just insta off-field AoE cryo? They're using 4 pieces, just different pieces of every artifact. Oh, geez. Well, I mean, like, you can't blame the guy, right? Like, maybe they just didn't have a functional 4-piece codex set. $13 days. Okay, I'm gonna be saving that. Nope. Need to farm primos for Citlali. If you've done all your exploration, then there's not gonna be any farming that you can do ever. EM's only for shield strength. Only you can build her like a burst DPS with crit EM ER build. Yes, I understand. But EM is also, if you like, for like, all EM also gives you damage, right? Because, like, remember, if you have Citlali, you're most likely running her with Mavuika. Mavuika's pyro, and she has off-field pyro ticking in the background while you're rotating through your other characters' abilities, including Citlali's, which means that your burst is probably melting. No, likely melting. So yeah, EM is gonna help you out a lot. Yeah, I think now that I think about it, I think it might be worth like putting in a little more effort into trying to build make her do damage if you have sacrificial fragment. Never see, but people tell me they do it. Let me see if I can find footage now. Dude, it would be nice. Like if we can, because I don't remember hearing anyone talk about this before. Like you're literally the only person that's told me about this. That's Lonan, you need 200 ER with double cryo. Citlali ER requirements are absurd. Yeah. Sack isn't good enough if you compare it to Thrilling Tales buff. No, we're not talking about Sack as a buffer. We're talking about Sack frag because like so as me and Rong have been talking about the last couple of minutes, like we were talking about like so you need to burst a skill and then burst, and then that's how you get her off-field AoE cryo, right? But Sack frag allows you to use your skill twice, so would that allow you to get her off-field AoE cryo application without having to burst? Yeah, because like if you have the stats for it, then sure, go right ahead. Like you have all like dude, that's a lot of stats you're gonna have to cover. Remember, Citlali doesn't like she's like it's not like Bennett, right? Whose ascension stat is energy recharge. Right? Her ascension stat is I'm pretty sure it's EM. Right? I'm pretty sure it's EM. So that's definitely you're not getting any help reaching her elemental mastery energy recharge requirements. Right, so all your ER requirements are gonna have to come from your substats. And if you want to maximize damage, her burst damage, then you're gonna have to use like an EM Sands maybe for melt, and then cryo damage goblet, and then crit circlet, and on top of that, like all the crit stats, as well as the ER stats. Right, like it's almost like you're trying to build another Xiangling. Yeah, it's actually exactly like trying to build Xiangling. It's just really like it's hard to build Xiangling because I don't actually remember Xiangling's ascension stat. Is it EM? Is Xiangling's ascension stat EM? I think it's EM. I could be wrong. Right, it's really hard to build Xiangling because none of her ascension stats, like her attention stats and her best weapons, none of her best weapons give you crit and give you any crit, give you any energy recharge. Well, I guess like thanks to the catch, like dude, the catch really helps out with that. Right, but like that's also another thing too is that's why Xiangling is almost dependent on Bennett or some other attack buffer because you're trying to build all those other stats, you're having to completely ignore building attack on her just so you could reach her energy requirements, her ER requirements, and get to an acceptable crit ratio, and even have some EM for like your vapes and stuff. It's really hard. But if you can, then sure, why not? Man, I really hope the sack frag thing works. I'm gonna be so happy if that trick actually works. Where you could just use sack frag and then you can eat twice on Citlali, and then you just insta like get off field cryo up. Llama, she's based on Baltic folklore fairy. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I get the feeling that we're about to get some real world lore. Not just Genshin lore, but like real world lore where Genshin lore comes from. Oops. Even if the bar gets full because of the sack, the cryo app doesn't last long without the queue. I go with my experience. Really? What does the burst do? So the only thing that I know about what the burst does is it gives you more Night Soul points, right? And so using the skill and the burst, both the skill and the burst give you enough Night Soul points to activate her off-field AoE cryo. But does it do anything else? Oh. Okay, no. I don't need to condense anymore. I think, am I done? I guess there's still the event, but, okay, we're good. Good there. Yeah. Okay. I am done on this account. Alright, second account. Biggest selling point of our burst is 2 units of cryo. Oh, really? Okay, that's a pretty big deal then. Okay. Insane cryo app for Mavuika to melt her Q. So the burst, huh? Okay. Well, at the very least, I am pretty close to my initial my alpha stage builds for this is on my second account. My alpha builds for Citlali they just barely reach her ER requirements. So at the very least I have that going for me. They don't do anything else though. They don't do anything else. Like I have some EM on this one. Oh, this one. Okay. This was my actual like good one. Yeah, this was my actual good build. Like literally, I sat down for half an hour, strong boxing for Millilith pieces. And these are what I got. And this one's actually like decent. like 20 ER. This one's like, I wish I could have gotten some ER on this thing, but like whatever. Um, yeah, they're not bad. They're not bad. This one's my actual usable one. This one's my actual usable one. So, still would have preferred to get like some crit in there, you know, like so she could at least do some damage with her burst, but whatever. I believe my one of my prepared builds only has like 190 ER. Specifically, sorry, specifically me what? I almost hunt down on men. So guys, be prepared. Okay. I did, yes. Yeah. Hang on, I think chat on my desktop stopped working. Okay, there it is. 3 units of cryo. Instantly overrides Bennett Q. This you Bennett Q first. This is the one that actually absorbs some. I'll do crystallize. There's one MMORPG based on Baltic folklore too. Game made by some company. Ragnarok Online. Oh, a OG mentioned. OG mentioned. My God. God, I wish I'd played. I wish I'd actually been able to properly play Ragnarok Online back in the day. I was just too slow to actually to actually understand anything in that game at the time. I mean, I still am, but just don't have the time for an MMORPG. MMORPGs, man, are a huge time sink. Wrong. Is this yours? Okay, well, you did say you don't have Citlali, so where'd you get this from? Okay, well, the duration didn't seem to. I mean, so how much? What's the duration on it usually? Like, yeah, what's the duration on her off-field cryo app? If you just like on a normal thing, right? Like normally, like one EQ. Because like Nash says that according to his experience, the duration seems to be shorter doing EE, like with sac frag instead of EQ. Man, you know what? I keep asking all these questions. I should really just read it myself. Like I probably would have gotten an answer if I just read it all myself. It's so long, man. There's so much to read through. I really would rather not. But it sounds like I'm actually gonna have to. Man, I'm so happy. Now I finally have a Mavuika team on this account. I have one. I finally have a team that's not so cringe to fight against this cringe Natlan Dragon Weekly boss. I cannot wait for the next. I cannot wait to get the next 3 weekly bosses. Because when we finally get the next 3 weekly bosses, that means I'll finally be able to stop farming this stupid thing. Duration didn't seem good because you're forgetting she didn't do any reactions or anything. So duration. So what is Okay, whatever. I'm gonna stop asking questions. I'm just gonna like once I'm done like with all the stuff that I gotta do tonight. I'm just gonna. Read through her kit. Oops. That was not a big. Wait, why didn't I have cryo? Why didn't I have hydro on her? Oh, is it because I forgot to do a normal attack? I think I might have. I DM you everything. Don't worry, man. No, it's alright, man. You don't have to. You don't have to. That's a lot of typing you're gonna have to do. Honestly, I would prefer not to have to read through her entire kit, but I think it's time that I actually stop being lazy, like reading through new character kits. I've been so lazy when it comes to like reading through new character kits for so long now that I've just gotten spoiled. I'm gonna actually like push myself to reading through it. Because I actually do want to know like all the little bits and details of character kits, so in that way like I can actually like think a little bit more for myself about like how to use it or like how to put it together with other character kits and stuff. Oh god, I'm short one energy recharge probably. That's actually super cringe. No. Okay. We're good. I thought I was gonna have to do an entire. I thought I was gonna have to wait for Zelona's skill to cool down. Well, I still did a second skill anyway, so I guess it really didn't matter. My my second account never just ceases to amaze me. Like it's just no matter what I do with my main account, my second account just somehow is able to like get lucky enough with something that like despite my second account being F2P, not having certain characters that my main account does. Right, it doesn't have C Ganyu. On this account, it only has C0 Ganyu, has no Amos bow. In fact, I think I don't remember where I got Amos bow. I think I just recently got Amos bow, and I don't even want to raise it because I don't have the mats for it. It's like the mats that are like overworld mats that I just would not want to farm for, so I didn't even bother raising it. But like somehow, man, this account has. This account had Hu Tao before my first account did. This account had Ganyu before my first account did. Oh right. I think Raiden Shogun too. No, I'm not sure. I think my third account got Raiden Shogun before this one. But this Raiden Shogun got to C2 or no C3 before my main account did. Like, dude, everything about this account just screams better account, even though it has so much less. Ragnarok Online is a real OG game. Yeah, man. Oh yeah, that's right. Like recently, YouTube has recommended a couple of not super small YouTubers, but like small-ish YouTubers that really like don't seem to do YouTube as a career. Like they just upload videos and like they do well. Like they upload videos where, like the videos that they upload seem to be more like passion projects. Upload like once every couple of months. And YouTube's recommended to me a couple of like Ragnarok Online videos, and dude, it's made me consider playing it.
まともになってくる闇来たる破滅の時のカウントダウン開始だ
Gunslinger, my first class Naro. Gunslinger, isn't that a third job? You actually got the third job? Wait, on the official server? Dude, I didn't even make it to second job.
届けるといいいや落日すべての始まりに過ぎぬ
Nice to see Raiden. Lane, where'd you see Raiden? I guess you just saw her while I was flipping through my different teams. Gunslinger's second job is Rebel? Gunslinger. No, I think you're talking about something else, man. You're talking about third jobs, aren't you? Gunslinger's the first job. What? No. No way. No way. The first jobs were like mercenary, mage, acolyte, and I believe the blacksmith first job was merchant. Yeah, those are the first jobs, aren't those? Aren't they? Yeah, those are the first jobs. The second jobs are knight, or paladin. I don't know I understand that every first job has like 2 potential second jobs, but I don't know much about the other ones. All I know is the mercenary, you can become a paladin or a knight. And the acolyte, you can turn into either a monk or a priest. And then blacksmith, you can become, or sorry, not blacksmith, merchant, you can become a blacksmith or the other one, I don't know. Oh, the archer. I don't know the name of the jobs, first or second jobs for like the archers. So Siri, can you give me a rough estimate of like how many hours you think it took you to like fully level up? And by fully level up, did you ever bot? From like back in the day, the bots used to be like, so what I saw other people do like when they were botting were so what I wouldn't even see like an instance of the game opened on their computer, but I would just see like something that looked like a command prompt like open on their computer, and like it would just like keep going up and up and up and up. I'm assuming that they're probably like logs like that show what the character in the game is doing while the bot is controlling it. That's what I'm assuming it is. Why is my Frina ER really short?
神のご加護をこの国舞台効果も大切よちょっと待たせ忘れたどうするよ僕の名元にお披露目低温調理ファンのように水圧剣
Oops.
無に帰す再びスポットライトを浴びましょうじゃじゃーんこれ賑やかに世界の熱狂の渦にセピロス我力いる
Used to be an Autobot, so I used Autobot. Sorry. I didn't, for some reason, in like as I saw the word, it didn't register in my brain like Autobot, you know, like Transformers Autobot. But as I read it out loud, I was like Autobot. Autobots roll out. Man, that guy's voice is legendary, man. I don't know why, like whoever owned Hasbro, I guess. I don't know why Hasbro or like whatever studio makes Transformers movies now. Like I don't know why they would ever like replace the guy that voices Optimus Prime. Like his voice is just perfect for it. I don't know why anyone would ever decide like, oh well, you know, like your voice is great and all, but like, hey, we gotta say goodbye. And like Chris Hemsworth of all people, dude, like that Transformers, like 3D movie. I didn't even watch it. I just saw like clips of it and I was like, oh dude, this is so cringe. Nowadays there's no bot. Oh really? Okay, okay. It took extra long to level the character. What do you mean like there's no more bot? Like they patched it out? Like it doesn't work anymore? And I'm guessing that the game isn't popular enough that like developers or like programmers can't make enough money to justify making a bot program for it, I'm assuming. I'm just guessing. You the new event real quick. Prime's the goat. Yep, he definitely is. Hey, what's up, Ice Bear? Ice Bear, how you doing, man? Haven't seen you in quite some time. Doesn't work anymore. Well, that was a lot of typing, Siri. That was a lot of typing wrong. Hmm. Okay, so the stuff you already typed wrong. Where, like, I don't see anything that talks about the duration being shorter because of EE instead of EQ. Like, is there anything like that? Because like Nash earlier said something about that. Miss you, RJ. Hey, I miss you too, Ice. Yeah, I don't see you. I don't see you very often here anymore. How's it going? Pretty good, pretty good. Weather was actually really nice and cool. The last maybe I don't know 4 or 5 days. Not great for laundry though. Not great for laundry. And not great for if you live somewhere that is like what? What the heck did I just say? Flood prone. Prone to floods. But where'd you go, Lee? You only lose 3 points. What does that mean? What does losing 3 points do?
断罪の名によ武器を捨てろ
I have to go burn my resin. Oh, okay. I was when I saw the word burn, I was concerned for a moment there. I was like, burn. Oh my god, dude, what's like something wrong? Like, oh, resin. Okay. Okay, if I'm based off entirely from theory knowledge, it means nothing. Well, hey, you know what? At least like Citlali reruns coming not so far off. So yeah, whichever of us here actually gets Citlali, maybe like we'll get to test it out and see how it goes. See what's Citlali or Ineffa, because my butt's not getting Emilie at 67 pity. Wait, oh, you're actually, Nash, you're actually planning on getting Citlali cons? Oh, hey, what's up, Odd? The new Horse Girl racing game is fire. Dude, I haven't seen any footage of it. Like, YouTube hasn't recommended anyone's content of it to me yet. But, like, every time I hear about it, I just hear nothing but good things. What is so good about it? Like, what kind of game is it even? Is it a gacha game or what? A fighting game? A racing-based game? I mean, obviously it's a racing game, but... Oh, no. Why did I... Why did I bin it first? That was dumb. You getting Citlali? What do you want to test? Have you heard the horse girl racing anime? Uma Musume, I believe. Yeah, Uma Musume. I've watched one of it. I think there are like 3 of it already. But I've only watched one. I believe the one I watched was the newest one. It was good. It was good. Like, writing definitely... I mean, like, there's not much writing you can do. It's a horse racing anime. Not much writing you can do there. But it's okay. Like it's actually impressive that they managed to like write it in such a way that actually keeps you engaged for long enough to keep you like watching until the end of the anime. Like despite it literally just being horse racing. There's that event. Okay, got points. Onslaught done. Did this one, yeah. Test run complete. Okay. All right, just gotta get my teapot stuff then. Anyway, to answer your question, Lily, what do we want to test? We're trying to like we've been like well the only thing we can do for now is like theorize, like about whether like because building ER on somebody like Citlali isn't super easy because her multipliers are high enough that like you would actually benefit from putting in some effort into building her to do damage. But that means that your substats and your main stats are gonna be stats for damage, therefore less stats for ER. And ideally, you want to be able to burst on her every rotation. So, and worst case scenario, you won't have enough energy recharge to burst every rotation. Like, and if that's the case, how do we get her Citlali's AOE cryo app without being able to burst every rotation? And the thing me and Rong have been talking about and Nash too, been talking about is using sacrificial fragments, just pressing E twice and then like instant off-field cryo app. Are there any downsides to doing that? Like in case you just aren't able to meet her ER requirements? Are there any downsides to going sac frag and just pressing E twice, or what? Like that's sort of the thing that we've been talking about. Okay, expires in 13 days. Okay, yeah. All right, I'm not using the resin. Okay, I just realized if her damage is your concern, it's a little counterintuitive. Her main source of damage is her burst. Use sac frag not to burst on her so it can do damage. I know. I have been thinking about that last like maybe 20 minutes and I thought, yep. And I'm thinking, okay. Yeah. Man, it's hard to build her, man. It's really hard to build her because like I don't even know like what an optimal set for her is. So I know like she has a bunch of options, but because and in my mind I don't know why my brain thinks like this, but because I can put her on Cinder City, I can put her on Middle-earth, and I can also put her on Instructor as long as I can reach her ER requirements. In my mind, none of those are her most optimal sets because they all are. So none of them are. It's like the syndrome thing, like from The Incredibles. When everyone's super, no one will be. Oh, why did I burst on Farina? Whoa, what? I wasn't in the circle. I was pretty sure I wasn't. Oh, sorry, not circle. Square. Me personally, I'm gonna go instructor and actually push instructor to enough ER with the gold ER sands as the off piece. That sounds like that makes sense. I haven't spent any time looking through my instructor pieces to see if I can actually put her on an ER set. All I know is I have been locking a bunch of instructor stuff for the last like I think maybe like past 12 months ish. So I think I might be able to scrounge up together a set like that. I'm not expecting it to though, but it'd be great if I could. Because I feel like... So, Millilith is fine. Right? There's nothing wrong with Millilith. It's not a wrong artifact set to put on her. But I really feel like Instructor would be better. Especially on my... Oops. Especially on my first account. Because my first account doesn't have that much EM. It has a lot of attack because I have Mavuika on Gravestone on my first account, and an EM buff would be nice. Like I have her on an EM Sands because like my EM Sands is better than my attack Sands on that account. But it would still be nice to get a bit more EM. I have pretty good pieces, 11 ER each. Dude, on 4-star sets, on 4-star artifacts, that's actually not bad. Main benefit, sack frag, Citlali is against Wayob. Few sack frag. Oh, yeah, that's right, because like no burst. Fuck. Sack frag proc tenacity twice. Immediately, quickly run TTDS. Just better option. Ali, you could just do what Wrong said and like have your Sands as your off piece and just have like a 5-star Sands, 5-star ER Sands. I think that like if, oh my god, I accidentally right clicked right as Nivelit's thing charged up, dude. That was cringe. I like how I wait for Kazuha to get hit against Arle. So I sack Swirl. Huh? Sack, Swirl, Pyro, and get 3 Draconic stacks. And you just have C1. Oh, because like, so that you can do Vape. Because like, so like when you plunge down, yeah, when you plunge down, like you have a Pyro infusion. Well, that's the reason why I got C1, man. It's the reason why I got C1, so that I wouldn't have to think about stuff like that. What? Oh, there. Okay. Yeah. Here's my Mavuika on my third account. It's actually pretty good. Like, for not having a 5-star sword, Claymore, it's not bad. Right, like 231 EM. Right, on top of that, I get another 96 from this thing. Fav Codex with 40 crit rate is definitely helping out a lot. Because 43, 232. Like, to get this, like, if Codex didn't give 40 crit rate, so imagine, I'd have to, like, take away 60 crit damage on this thing, to get to 70 crit rate. 60. So I'd be at like 70. I guess 71, 70 is still fine. I guess Mavuika's Ascension stats really helping out a lot here. Yeah, better crit stats on her than I do with her signature. Dude, I swear. So this one I've had for like a really long time. It's not like great, but it's also not bad. I swear I didn't even know. Like I did not farm the codex domain for too long because honestly, like as I was farming the codex domain, I felt like I was having like awful luck, and that's why I just decided to stop farming it. And I was like, I started hearing about Skirk, and her artifact domain came out, so I started farming that, and then I was like extremely discouraged when I heard that Marcia Hunter was actually a good set on her. And I was like, dude, why am I farming this domain? I don't have any plunge DPSs. What the heck do I do with my plunge artifact sets now? And I just didn't want to. I just didn't pull. I also did not pull for hardly pulled for any Natlan characters. So I just didn't need that many Natlan artifact sets. So that's the main reason why after I stopped farming Skirk's artifact domain, getting nothing out of it. I didn't go back to the Natlan artifact domain because I just didn't have that many Natlan characters. Plunge Diluc. I have thought about it. Yeah, I have thought about it, and but I haven't taken the time to look through what plunge artifacts I can put on my Diluc on my main account. Diluc on my main account and on this account are my Dilucs that are built. So, yeah, when I get bored enough at the game, sure, I'll probably look into that. RJ, yep, what is it? It's not as counterintuitive as you think. What isn't? I have forces of Cinder City and still feels like it's not enough. Really? Who wants all your Cinder City artifacts? I did not know that would hit me back here. Okay. I don't know if you... I think I heard the burst animation like happen, like the... The burst animation didn't happen because I was like running at a wall. I think it started doing the burst animation, but because obviously I'm at 200 ping, like maybe it was just a little too late to use the burst then, and I still got hit. Did my first abyss with plunge to look. Iansan, Zilonen, Oreron, Citlali. What? Iansan, Zilonen, Oreron, Citlali, Pyro, MC. Why is that so many characters? Your skill generates like 5 particles each cast. That's 10 particles instantly. Oh, oh, you're right. Okay. Okay, so Sack Frag. Now, I don't know how much her ER requirements will be with 2 E-casts. I don't have enough experience with ER to Fields Craft, something like that. But with my limited experience with ER, I would wager... instead of 200 to 220, it would probably go down to like 180-ish. Maybe Maybe that's a big maybe. Somewhere between 175 and 195, maybe. I don't know. Iansan for Veresa, Zolan for Mavuika. Oh, I thought you were talking about your plunge because like you said that like immediately after you sent your plunge Diluc message. Everyone having different sets. Oh, Iansan for Veresa. Hang on. So Iansan, Cinder City. Okay. Zolan for Mavuika, Oron for Nebilet, Pyro MC for Veresa. But don't you already have Iansan for Veresa? You already have one Cinder City set for your Veresa. Why do you need two? By the way, is there a way to get rid of this red mark thing that you get from getting hit by this boss? Oh, that's cringe. Wait, does that always? Did that always do damage? I don't remember that thing doing damage. Oh, okay, I don't remember him like when he goes into his like abyss shield state doing pyro like global damage. I don't remember ever seeing that before. Sometimes I run Pyro MC instead of Xiangling, so I put Cinder City on Pyro MC and Bliss on Iansan. You know what would really help us out in that kind of situation, Nelly? A real loadout system. Like a real one. Not whatever garbage like fake loadout system Genshin Hoyo put on Genshin. Oh, jeez. Why? What? Can I actually hit you, please? You know, I'm really confused. Like, when he cuts the ground here, like, is there a certain AOE? It's like how far you get hit by that? Because like I'm pretty sure I've been closer to to him where I was this time before and didn't get hit. So it's just really unclear to me where, or even if there is a safe zone for that hit. There's a loadout system? Never heard of it. No, I mean, like, you never heard of it because there isn't one. There's no loadout system in the game. It's just a thing that they're calling a loadout system. It's not an actual loadout system. The real loadout system where the friends we made along the way. That's, you know what? That's pretty good. I like that. I like that. Nice one, Abstract.
星とし無事今日の
Oops. Okay. Okay, I saw about 140 to 150 ER and a triple Natlan team with Zilon and Mavuika.
この動
What? Sorry, what does triple Natlan have to do with ER? I'm assuming that you're just saying that, like, oh, the typical team that you would put her in. 140 to 150? Like, what? Sack frag? Like double E? Sack frag? Those people run Cinder City, Citlali. Okay, that gives you ER. Okay. Night Soul Burst, Dylan, and reduces Night Soul Burst cooldown. Soon 160, 170. Man, this is tough. This is rough, man. Reduce Night Soul. Oh, right. Yeah. That's true. Oh my god, I just cannot ever remember stuff like this because like they're all such like background stuff. Night Soul Burst. Yeah, I just I'd completely forgotten about that. That Night Soul Bursts. The Night Soul Burst cooldown goes down the more Natlan characters you have on the team. $170 with Sack Frag should be enough. Ah, oh, dude. I sincerely hope that's true. You know, I'm really curious as to like how to do the math on ER requirements. I get that it's basically just like reversing the equation, right? Instead of you like having instead of you, oh dude, what's the word I'm looking for? Okay, no, you know what? Never mind. I got no idea what I'm trying to say here. Oh yeah, resin stuff. Doing the math on ER needs going to Reddit. People have created ER calcs there, calculators there. Really. Honestly, I thought this team could one rotate this domain. Apparently not. That's why when it comes to ER slash heals crafting is better than theory crafting in my opinion. It's such a volatile thing since it also depends on enemy team rotation, who casts the particles. So it comes to ER, heals crafting, theory crafting is better than theory crafting. Yeah, especially because like there are, I mean, a lot of the newer enemies for the last couple of years have mostly like they've been very far from like the OG enemies in the game, like like treasure hoarders and heliotrols that drop so many particles. Like a lot of the newer enemies for the last couple of years have mostly dropped very few particles. What? How is that big guy surviving? Okay, this team is awful against this domain. I might finally get Mavuika today. Been farming the map the whole week. Farming, huh? Farming the map the whole week. Like, you're just looking for chests and challenges on your own? Not following a guide or anything? That sounds like a nightmare. That sounds like a nightmare. The only time I would probably ever do something like that of my own accord wouldn't actually be of my own accord. It would be like if I somehow like if somehow somebody in chat like donated like $100 and said like I challenge you to like actually do exploration, like no, I wouldn't do it for 100. I would do it for more than 100. I never follow guides or something. Oh, really? Well, I guess you do. Yeah, you do like exploration. So you got that going. It was created with a crit damage buff for Farina in mind, so enemy HP is higher, I think. Oh, I see. Oh, wait. No, I still have one more. Oops. I mean, it's not bad. Definitely could have been better if it hadn't rolled like so evenly across all the different stats. But hey, it's a high crit damage roll. Like to both rolls, and to crit damage, we're both high rolls, so I can't complain. 9.7. That was 3 rolls. So crit rate rolls were on average 3.2. Not bad. Not low, but like not high either. One defense roll, no, it's not gonna, yeah. At the very least, it was a 4-liner. I hope that rolls full defense percent. One roll here, one roll there. Artifact. Shiori Albedo piece. Wait, Chiori Albedo? I mean, you don't really... Is there... You don't need to burst on Chiori, right? Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, because I just assumed, like, you need... Like, when you said Chiori Albedo piece, I just assumed that you meant, like, oh, the ER is nice, too, because they could burst, whatever. It's just damage. Okay. Chiori's burst animation, I have to say, it looks smooth. It looks satisfying. Wait. Have I talked to Catherine? Yeah, okay, I have. Fast animation. Yeah, yeah, it's fast animation, and like I like that how like she like I don't remember I don't remember it exactly, but like she holds up her blades, and then like the slight movement that she does makes you think that like, oh, she's swiping this way, and then there's like your camera angle gets out of like the zoom in and it goes to like the zoom out, and then there's like a giant like brown slash as an AoE. It just looks satisfying. Oh, why is my ping so high? I should put these on someone. Oh, you know what? No. Okay. Sands. Oh, these are cringe. Okay, that has potential. Really? Just one? Doesn't even have EM on it. EM or attack percent. How did I raise this? Crit and attack percent would be nice. Wow. That's great. I actually have a potentially usable, crazy to hear this, but 5-piece set. Wow, that's kind of nuts. I got every piece that might be potentially useful for a plunge, pyro plunger. You're trying to build Gami. No, it's for a plunge Diluc. I just didn't want to have to like swap artifacts off. I'm just putting it on Gaming. This has been like these like level 1 characters that I don't use ever have become my own like my only like loadout system. Yeah, they've become my only form of a loadout system in the entire game, because Hoyo just refuses to give us an actual loadout system. Loadout system at home, actually. Alright, what is Sea Wolf? Crimson. Oh, Crimson Witch of Flames. Okay. Hey, by the way, Abstract. What do you play on? You play on PC? You play games on PC? Which of you guys play games on PC? PC. Okay, okay. So Abstract. What do you think of? So Windows like enhanced pointer precision. Do you know about that? It's in the mouse settings. Like, do you know about that? Enhanced pointer precision. Precision? There you go. So everywhere online, I hear anyone ever talk about that thing. Like, I always, like, 100% of everything, every time I hear about it from anyone, all I hear is that turn it off. That's terrible. Same applies to Luke. Really? Really? But the set effects sound so good for Plunge. Hang on. Plunge attack, okay. Equipment character. Plunge, charge, elemental skill. Hits an opponent. They will gain 1/2/2 stacks of this. Plunging attacks, elemental skills. Trigger effect once every 1 second. So what? Radiance everlasting. Okay, stacks radiance everlasting. That is a lot of... Oh. Okay, never mind. Okay, now that I think about it, that is a lot of damage percent in a team where you're probably already running Farina and maybe even Kazuha or Zilonen. So you already have so much damage percent, and I'm guessing that's why this is worse than Crimson. Doing an ECA with Diluc is horrible. ECA, yeah, yeah. I mean, the E is like, okay, it's pretty fast, but it definitely might potentially ruin your reactions. But the charged attack though, plunging, charged, elemental skill, and plunging, charged, attack, elemental skill. Oh, okay, okay, I get it now. Yeah, that is... Yikes. So anyway, yeah, Abstract. So I don't know if you want to try it, but like, also, yeah, I don't know if you want to try it, but like, try looking up in... So yeah, looking up in Windows search, look up mouse. Go into your mouse settings. If you're on Windows 11, it should be like just super easy to find. In Windows 10 or I don't know if you would be using anything before Windows 10. You're gonna have to go into control panel for it. Control panel, mouse settings. It's in, I believe, the second or third tab of the OG like control panel mouse settings. But in Windows 11, it should be easy to find. Should be one of the, yeah. It would just straight up say enhanced pointer precision. I don't know if you want to try it, but like if you want to try it, so apparently this one though, this piece of info I actually only very recently learned about this. So apparently what Windows enhanced pointer precision does is, so you have your like original mouse sensitivity, right? Like based on the hardware and like your sensitivity setting in Windows. Um, so apparently what enhanced pointer precision does is the faster you move your mouse, the faster Windows will Windows will think like, oh, this guy's moving the mouse pretty fast. So I'm guessing like he wants to like swipe across the screen. So apparently it's terrible for accuracy that way, because the movement that you do with your hand in relation to how much movement your cursor is doing on the screen is different, and it's not proportional. I've known about enhanced pointer precision. I've heard everyone say that it's terrible. You should turn it off for years now. I've just never I've tried it out like a couple of times, and like every time I turn it off, I'm like, oh god, this is like so slow. This is so slow. Like I have to swipe my hand across like my entire mouse pad just to get from one side of the screen to the other. And I've finally tried it out again. I believe like maybe 2 or 3 days ago, and I'm like trying my best to stick to it. I do seem to be getting a little more used to it, and I'm really hoping that because like I've known, like I have always like since forever, ever since I've touched the computer for the first time, right? Even back to the day like when I touched the computer for the first time, I've always been bad with mouse accuracy, and I'm finally giving this a try, turning off enhanced pointer precision, hoping that how bad I am at mouse accuracy was, if not all, then at least mostly due to enhanced pointer precision on Windows. If I still don't get better at clicking accurately, then I mean I got nothing to say. At that point, like I'm just there's nobody else and nothing else for me to blame except for the fact that I just suck. It makes the mouse heavier, but overall, it's just preference. I do think so. I do think so. I remember I heard like one or two people over the last several years that I've heard people talk about enhanced point precision with that it's mostly preference. My I like there is something satisfying about like having it off, because like I feel like regardless of whether I move my mouse quickly or slowly, it's moving on the screen. My cursor on the screen, or in this case the camera on the screen, is moving only the amount that my hand moves, if that makes sense. Ineffa weapon is yet another Xiangling offering. Wait. Wait. I heard about what it does. I heard about what it does. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Hack. Mm. It's a giant stat stick. It's a really, really big stat stick. It's even more than Homa, honestly. It is like way more than Homa. Like Homa is even conditional, and even if you fulfill the condition, that is nowhere near this thing. I mean, it definitely sounds like you're on the spot there. Yeah, you're on the money there. Wrong. It sounds like this lunar thing might be Nod Krai's fighting spirit. I cannot remember. Night Soul. Nod Krai's Night Soul. Next Abyss Blessing, anything with Lunar is instant win.
私に報告か？聞こう。
Okay, I might as well do the event at least once while I'm still sitting here. What is this event, by the way? I'm just gonna take... Oh, it's a combat event. Is it? I'll do you one better. Next Stygian Onslaught will be unclearable without it. That is entirely possible. I heard there's a new boss and it's gonna be in Onslaught. Abyss Disorder, anything without Lunar, 50% less damage. Character has 0 ER. Wonder where you're hearing all that from. From the birds and the bees. Sorry, I did not pay attention to the event, to the instructions. What is this about? Oh, this thing. Okay. Cannon settings menu. Okay. Go vape? What? How do you vape the gun? Or cannon, whatever it is. Okay, hang on. Okay, aiming is with the mouse. So I'm assuming attack is click. Yeah, okay. Oh wait, I can hang on. I'm assuming this is go through. What is this? Oh no, this is go through. It's 4. Okay. All right, hang on. Oh, interesting. Oh, there's okay. There's a line that they. This is. Oh wait, isn't this like Plants vs Zombies? Like. This is a super casual event. Oh. I'm not doing so well. You know, okay, the last like 5 minutes, I've actually dozed off like twice already. So I'm not doing so great, man. I just scammed. I'm assuming you mean spammed. Next to this, both sides will have Hydro Tulpa and have enemies with Hydro resistance on all chambers, just to nerf one specific character. Oh, okay. Only one's unlocked so far. Oh wait, no. Okay. Let's do that one more time. Let's actually do it properly. Oops. Haven't my time spent deciding which bullets to use? um, I mean, you kind of just get used to it. You kind of get used to it. Just keep in mind like which bullets is which, like 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Well, I guess that's all I could do for now. I'm sorry, I'm confused. Like, why did we need to have like a thing here? Why did I need to teleport all the way over here just to do that? I'm pretty sure they could have just easily done that and like made it so that you just come in here and like kind of like this, right? Like you just go in here and then like here, right? I don't need to go teleport anywhere. It just works straight off of the UI. I guess Hoyo needed, yeah, Hoyo wanted some players to like go walk around their now empty overworld. Honestly, to say, okay, as I was like going through my whole computer last night, making sure everything was okay after I'd upgraded to Windows 11 last night. Eventually I looked at, yeah, I was able to see like how much storage Genshin takes up. And now granted, I do have 2 languages installed, so mine's a little bit more than like most people who only have 1 language installed. My Genshin folder is at 120 gigabytes. And honestly, if there's no event that has anything to do with any of the older regions, in my opinion, there's no reason for those older regions to still be in the game. Honestly, I think Hoyo should just, at this point, allow us to uninstall regions. Entire regions of the map. Like, okay, sure, like, what about the world bosses? What about the domains? Like, they've shown us already that we can actually do domains without having to teleport to the domain. Right? Like, the trounce domains that you haven't unlocked yet? You can actually just straight up fight them from here. Even if you haven't unlocked them yet. Even if you haven't done, like, whatever quest you need to do to unlock such a weekly boss. And the world bosses, that definitely has not, like, Hoyo has not shown us anything that might allow us to like fight the world bosses like without having to teleport to where they are. Honestly, I don't, yeah, okay, so the easy way to do that would just be to completely like black out. Oh, you know what? No, not black out the map. Like, the map would still be here, right? The only thing that would be gone would just be like the teleporters, right? Like, maybe like you could just keep the icons there, but this would be grayed out. Or like maybe the teleporters and all the domains and stuff would just not be there anymore. But like, there would just be, I mean, like, almost every boss has a teleporter near it anyway, like except for like some of the old earlier ones. Right? Like, maybe keep like this tiny section. Like, for example, the pyro is fine. Keep this tiny section between the nearest teleporter, where almost everyone teleports to get to it, and like just have it like locked, right? Where you can't exit out of it, you can't go out of it. Kind of like a special domain or special like overworld, whatever, like in some quests and events that they've done before. Yeah, I think like that's like the easy way to do it. A not so easy way to do it would be to like build an entire like new like UI system for it, a new system for it, where you would just like go into here and then like you would get to pick like a world boss, and then like you pick that world boss and then it would teleport you into like a specific like dedicated domain just for that world boss or whatever, or like maybe like put a thing somewhere in the open world where you teleport to it, and it's either you talk to an NPC to do it, or like you go into a domain or whatever, and then like you just pick whichever boss you want to fight, and then it would basically be like it would feel almost exactly like Stygian Onslaught. Yeah, it would feel almost exactly like Stygian Onslaught, where you just go into a domain and then you pick which boss you fight. Right. In that way, they could just erase the whole map. They could just erase the entire map. I think for me honestly, I think the least painful way to do it would just be to like delete all the assets and textures of all the overworld stuff in the game, except for like the nearest teleport, like the location where the world bosses are, and the nearest teleporter waypoint to get to them, and then just have it like have like the barrier, like the red barrier that doesn't allow you to go outside of it. Yeah, like that would be my god, how many tens of gigabytes you could actually like free up on your drive just by doing something like that. RJ would 100% love ZZZ. Really? What makes you think that? My Genshin is 26 gigabytes. That sounds like on mobile. Love to delete Inazuma from existence. It sounds that we were talking about like deleting regions or like uninstalling regions, Ali, but yours, like you made it sound like yours was personal, man. You made it sound like yours like seemed really personal. One thing I hate more than Skirk is Inazuma. What? What's wrong with Inazuma? Are you talking about all the puzzles and stuff? How about we explore the area ahead of us later? The whole game is basically almost as you describe it, like quite closed. I mean, like it's not an open world game, so it's. I mean, like that's isn't that what HSR is also? I would imagine HSR probably has a slightly bigger world than ZZZ. Wait, ZZZ is open world? What? Wait, huh? It is? Well, I guess like ZZZ is like in a city. So I guess that does limit how big it can be. So like there's like there's lots of things because it's in a city. There's lots of things that could make you feel like, oh well, like that could make you that could act as some sort of like barrier without making you feel like, oh, I guess this is as far as the game will allow me to go. Right? It's like like the barrier just seems natural because it's in a city. I mean, I still suck at video games, so like, yeah. I still suck at video games. So it's not that I'm not gonna magically like ZZZ, just because of that. Puzzles are so confusing. Like supposed to do. Also the quest locked area. Also the lightning. Trash enemies. Stupid Archon. Random demons. What? Cloud by random demons. Archon by the what? Wait. Random demons? What is this about? I don't remember this in lore. Kazua's friend. It's also as you love it. Simple to get along, hard enough to feel rewarding. I feel like you're talking about two different kinds of people here, wrong. I clearly have skill issue. It sounds like simple to get going and hard enough to feel rewarding for someone who has a couple more tiers above my skill level, above my natural skill level, and above my reaction speed. But hey, who knows? You might absolutely be right, and I'm just like being stubborn and lazy that I don't want to try it. Wasn't that exactly how you described Genshin? Yes, but remember, there are difficulties to different video games, right? Like for example, what's a hard video game? Like Elden Ring, right? Elden Ring might be for someone who's highly skilled, might be might be someone else's Genshin. You know what I mean? Like Elden Ring or like yeah, might be someone else's Genshin, right? For them, Elden Ring might be it's simple to get, it's simple enough that I don't have to work so hard. But not so easy that it actually still feels rewarding, like right? But that's yeah. There are different like tiers of gamers. And there might also be and like okay, like most people's grandmas and grandpas who want something who want to play a game to pass the time, right, might think that same exact way about Plants vs Zombies or about Angry Birds or Candy Crush. Right? So yeah, there are different skill levels that feel differently. Not even gonna talk about the stupid mist. Well, I mean, I can't blame Hoyo for making Inazuma the way it was. I also can't stop hating it though. I can't stop hating it, but I also don't blame Hoyo for making Inazuma the way it was. Remember, Mondstadt and Liyue were both regions that came out with the game, right? Which means it was all developed before the game came out. And it was all developed with the mindset of whatever mindset that they had before the game came out. And whatever mindset that they had before the game came out was whatever the opinions were of their beta testers. Right? Of their beta testers and like the whatever like media coverage that they had, whatever limited media coverage that they had, because like apparently Genshin's beta testing is like you're not allowed to like share footage of it. At least this is as far as I understand, right? Whereas with Inazuma already when Inazuma came out, Mondstadt and Liyue had already been out for at least a year, I think. Well, I maybe not a year, but for a while. And Genshin, when it came out, was just so hot. Like everyone wanted to play it. Everyone was making content on it. Everyone was like doing like insane challenges, like giving themselves handicaps, like just a lot of content. And if I was like an executive at CEO, the guy that made the decisions, I would probably I would probably make the decision, like the same decisions as they did, like make Inazuma puzzles more challenging, more whatever, right? Because our players love the game so much that they want to do this, they want to do that, they want to keep playing the game. Right, so I don't blame Hoyo for making Inazuma the way it was, because when they were making Inazuma, I would imagine that it was at the height of Genshin's popularity when it just came out, like first like 6 to 10 months of Genshin. And I would imagine so that even the first part of Sumeru was already being worked on then, like towards the end of towards like like probably in a few months before Inazuma came out, they probably already started working on Sumeru. And that's why, like, well, Sumeru's puzzles aren't as crazy as Inazuma's, but the exploration, like the map designing, is definitely not as what's the word I'm looking for? Not as satisfying to move around in. Like there is a lot of climbing involved. Definitely not as much as Inazuma and Kanamiya, but like quite often you will actually like find yourself having to like climb up so much, especially if you make a mistake here and there. Yeah, right. Like but the desert part of Sumeru didn't have as many dumb stuff like that, but there was definitely like all the underground desert stuff, and the placements of the locations of all the local specialties definitely were not very simple. But this part of Sumeru, though, when it came out, everything felt a lot more like fluid. Everything felt a lot smoother to explore. Yeah, everything felt a lot smoother to explore. Like a lot of the chests and challenges and whatever, they were like along the way, of like you doing the big world quest to explore the place. And yeah, like it just felt smooth. Fontaine, for me, felt a lot more like that, like this, but slightly better and of course bigger. Natlan, I noticed a lot of little situations like that where like a quest would ask you to come from here to here, but like somewhere along the way there would be a challenge that would make you like fly or like glide or whatever, like to somewhere close to where your quest is trying to get you to go, right? Like a lot of things that are lining up. You're the Primos, my hatred runs deep. Also the Spectres. Ah, jeez, the Spectres, man. A statue in Inazuma wings is literally identical to Renova design. And Staphahoma. Yeah, that's true. That's true. The statue in Inazuma looks exactly like Renova. What do you mean? It tells you what to do, but doesn't give a marker. That is true. That did happen in a lot of quests in Inazuma. That did happen in a lot of quests in Inazuma. Honestly, I complained about that kind of stuff, about quests like that, a lot. So from Inazuma to all the way to like late Sumeru, it was just so inconsistent. Like that there were so many quests that would literally like handhold you, like literally hold your hand through, like walk you through every little step about what to do, where to go, what you should do when you get there, etc., etc. And then all of a sudden, head to this location, find the thing. Or like, no, not even this location. They don't even like say like give you a mark on the map. They just say head to name of place and find this. And then you're like, what? Where the heck? What? Where? Where is this place? I'm too sleepy now. Good night, man. Yeah, I'm probably gonna head off too. There isn't much for me to do anymore. Then you get me started on the Renova design. Well, don't worry, man. Like, if they ever make the Four Shades playable, you bet that whatever they look like now is not gonna be their playable forms. I cannot see it being possible for those designs to be a playable character in Genshin. Okay, well, enough yapping then. Enough yapping. I'm not really doing anything anymore on the screen. Yeah, so anyway, for those of you who need help building your characters' accounts or making a decision which banners to pull for, feel free to join our Discord server. Links are in the description of all my videos, VODs, and streams, and in the pinned message in YouTube chat. If you want my personal opinion, you can ping me over there. My name is Elvis Einstein. Of course, you can ask for other people's opinions too. Thank you guys so much for coming by, hanging out, and being awesome people. Have a good day, good afternoon, good evening, and take care, everybody. Bye, guys.